So I'm going to show you how to do Moddok Crevice in hard mode. And this right here is actually pretty easy to do, but at the same time it's also a little difficult, which is why I'm making a video on it. So first off, I'd recommend bringing Crippling Anguish on like a Mesmer hero. So I just took out an Epitude and replaced it with Crippling Anguish. I also put in Sum of All Fears, which that was just like backup. You don't really need it. And then you move like a Dwarf, which if you're doing this with 2 players, it's going to be a bit easier. But otherwise, I'm going to show you how to do pretty much the bonus easily. And also, I think fallback's a good skill to have on your heroes, especially for this mission, because you kind of need that. It's nice to have that additional speed boost, even though they kind of sit there for like a second, so you could probably get by without it, but, I'd still like rather have it than not have it. So you pretty much just play the game like normal and just kill everything. But I'll go ahead and go over the suggestions that you have to do in order to get the bonus. So the first one, basically you just head to the left, which is like where the waterfall is. And, basically just kill the Mandigores over there. And then the second suggestion, like if you look it up on Wikipedia, it's actually a bit difficult, but I'll show you how to do it really easy. Like what you do is you pretty much just like go through it really quickly and just kill all the coursers and everything when you like go up the hill, and it'll still give you the suggestion. But I think that if you take a little bit too long to do it, that it won't really register. So that's something to keep in mind also. But I usually always do it fast, and it's pretty easy to do. So just go ahead and finish these guys up. As for the rest of my heroes, they're pretty much just basic builds. Like pretty much very similar to BIP. And the monk is, of course, the SOS ritualist. So you see those enemies like up there, like on the hill. You'll get a better view after I finish this guy off. But you can see it on the map. So basically, this would be the first suggestion, just taking this path to like where the waterfall is. And then the second one, like I just run up here, like the suggestion is to pretty much wait for the coursers to pass, but you can just run up here and like kill the coursers up here, and it seems to like it'll still update. I guess that I don't know if you have to kill them quickly or if you just have to kill them before they pass a certain point for you to actually get the reward. But this is just the way I pretty much always have done it myself. So yeah, it's pretty easy. And then after this, the suggestion is going to be to hang on to the east wall, which is the right side of the wall, which it's easier to do it this way. So, it's not really a big deal. And not to mention, if anything, it's going to help us out with doing the next suggestion. So we'll just take out these termites real quick. And then we'll get on to the hard part that people actually struggle against. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to target What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually like stop my heroes from using fallback, because I want it to recharge and make sure I have fallback. And I'm going to kind of stop like right up here instead of going all the way forward, because if you keep just going all the way, like I'm pretty sure they'll actually trigger if you keep going like forward, even if you hug against the wall. So I kind of just set right here, make sure all the skills and everything are ready, and I get one target. And basically click on Crippling Anguish for the hero and keep, pretty much calling out the target. So you just click on the courser, then you keep pressing shift, like Ctrl Alt Shift or just Ctrl Shift to keep calling him. And then you switch your target to the next guy and you move like a dwarf. And as you can see, I easily did it quickly. So they also have Antidote Signet. So if you're trying to just cripple them and nothing else, they'll just activate that and then they'll start running away. And unless if your party can just kill them extremely quickly, they'll just heal themselves, and then they'll just, one will be running in the opposite direction. You'll end up only killing one, then you'll fell it. But as you can see, I got all 4 of them. Easily done. The last one's really the only hard one. Which, if you bring Crippling Anguish and you move like a dwarf, it's significantly easier. Or if you have a second person to help you out with it. Otherwise, we're going to just go this way and go towards the end. And the ending is pretty much the easy part. So, like, after you get the 4th suggestion, you pretty much beat this. So that's really the only part that people seem to actually struggle at. And this is actually a mission I've had to repeat many times in the past. Because I failed that mission. And also conveniently, it's also today's Z mission. So I'm also going to get credit for that also. Which it's something I want to actually recommend, like trying to actually farm just for the Z coins. Because the mission takes a little longer. Because if you're going to farm for Z coins, you should do missions that are really quick to do. Like the Imperial Sanctum mission, which I made a video on yesterday. Because doing that, it takes like 2 minutes, and then you get 150 Z coins out of it. Well, copper coins. And then if you save up for double week, you'll get double that amount. So you get 300 copper. So that's 3 to 6 silver Z coins. Whereas this right here, this is more just like a mission that I found annoying, and you know, it's the Z mission for today, so might as well just make a video on it. So once I get up here, I actually I don't really play the best that I could have. Because I try to let the Mesmers like take out the archers. But the best place to go is just underneath the bridge. Because they won't even be able to get you anyway. Just like flag the heroes under there. Which my Mesmers probably won't have taken them out pretty quickly if I actually had the ineptitude. Yeah, so I'm basically just wasting time right here. Because I was pretty sure you can just go under the bridge, but it's been a while since I've done this mission. So I was just like, oh, I'll just do it this way. And yes, I learned that it was a bad idea and started flagging my heroes. And I still wasted a little bit more time on the archers before actually taking out the big guys. And, you know, once you get to this point, you've pretty much won. Like, the suggestions were the only part that was actually difficult, that require you to, like, restart the mission. Which, the archers, they can occasionally get you, because they do quite a bit of damage in hard mode, but if you have, like, the shelter and the displacement and everything, it's not a big deal. And now I'm going to just take this guy out pretty quickly, just hitting him with, like, 100 damage from spamming Dragon Slash. And I'll also leave all the builds in the description. And I might leave a couple notes in there also. Just reminding you to get you move like a dwarf and everything. There we go. I did the mission. Got the masters. Yep. Master, bonus, everything. Got the Z mission also. And that's the way you do it. This is the way I've done it to get it done consistently. I'll show you the builds real quick. Like I said, it's pretty much just like the BIP heroes. Which, of course, except for the ineptitude, is a Crippling Anguish. You don't really need Sum of All Fears, once again. But yeah, Crippling Anguish is really good for this. If you actually have a Mesmer, you could just Crippling Anguish one and then, like, you move like a dwarf the other one. So you could potentially do that if you want to go, like, half Mesmer. And there's probably other skills that will be good at this also. And yeah, there we go. There's the builds. And this is how I do it in order to get the Master's Reward consistently.